What's up? Welcome back to my channel, or for the first time if you're new. I'm Sylvan, and today I'm going to be reacting to the 2.4 special program. I'm very interested to see what we have here, because from what I can tell here, it looks like we're getting back to the Xianzhou. I wonder if we're going to be picking up back with where we were left off last time, or if it's just going to be another subplot, because I'm very curious to see the stuff with Jingliu and Locha and all that kind of stuff, but I'm also very curious to see the new characters. So let's just get into it, see what we got. As always, brought to us by the Beast Corporation.
But long story short, work pressure is really starting to wear me down.
Why is it on Chinese?
You got any medicinal recommendations, Mr. Jiaoqiu?
I have just the thing, Mr. Albert.
Wait a minute. Is there not English subtitles? Wow. Alright. Cool. Fuck you guys, I guess. No subtitles for you.
Take 2 mace of heavenward pepper, 3 tails of 7-star chili, and half a caddy of millet pepper. Remove the seeds and grind together with a splash of prickly ash cooking wine. Apply the mixture evenly and rinse after 20 minutes. Finally, apply a layer of starch, which will induce a detoxifying sweat.
What is happening?
Good for the mind and the soul.
Dr. Jiaoqiu, Albert's not the only one exhausted around here. I should detoxify too.
Well, Miss Yunli, start out by blanching some ingredients in a premium broth.
This is an interesting
Make sure
opening.
It utilizes plenty of premium dried chilies.
I see digestion
Jingliu.
issues on the horizon. Some coriander should help with that.
Stay your hand! Return that evil herb at once!
Oh my god.
Unthinkable.
What the fuck was that opening? Okay, now we're just going into the trailer.
Coming back to this place brings back so many memories. You know?
Here you are! Everyone, this way!
The Xianzhou La Fu will be holding the Luminary Combat Art Ceremony. Your presence would be greatly appreciated.
Why are there Boris in here?
Ooh.
Right on time.
Ooh.
Hello there. Hey, old metal. Which one do you want to strike?
I love the big sword. Oh, that is so great.
Shattering slash! Master Yunli, look at how hard
What?
I've been training.
God.
I could take 10 of you.
The Shackling Prison on the Luofu is completely different from the one on the Yaoqing.
Oh.
It's completely underwater.
Oh, I like the look of these
Wherever
enemies.
crowds gather, there is always an undercurrent beneath the surface. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
My first meal
Oh, Hanya.
gaining my freedom is the flesh and blood of my fellow kindred.
My
Oh.
condolences, Miss Hanya.
Memories of chasing, gnawing, and tearing.
Whoa.
They've all come back.
If this is what they want, I'm always up for a challenge.
Who? Oh, wait, no, it's her, it's her. I had a moment there. Oh, that looks great. I'm gonna need to rewatch that. There were a lot of interesting things there that I'm curious to take a closer look at.
Has a day-night cycle.
Xianzhou Ming delegate, present.
Xianzhou Yaoqing delegate, present.
Xianzhou La Fu delegate present.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
And
good evening.
And to all
Not at
our
all in
viewers
sync.
far and wide, welcome to the version 2.4 finest duel under the pristine blue special program.
Yeah.
As always, your avian buddy Albert's here to guide you through.
Hi everyone, I'm Yunli, a sword master from the Juming.
And I'm Jiaoqiu. I may have the appearance of a chef, but I'm actually a healer.
Greetings,
Okay.
everyone. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I trust you're well.
A pleasure to have you three in the studio.
I'm mostly a big fan of
Now,
Yunli.
the Penacony vacation has drawn to a close, and the crew of the Astral Express is bound for a familiar destination, the Xianzhou La Fu, which is precisely why this program has invited Xianzhou friends, old and new, to welcome trailblazers back to an old stomping ground. Speaking of which, General Genuine, isn't this your first time on the special program?
Is it?
It is indeed, Mr.
Wow.
Albert, and
I would have
am
expected him to
deeply
have been
honored.
here before.
Had I known of your program's culinary delights, I would never have delayed.
I find it cool
Bon
how
appetit,
they
General.
are getting
I
more
hate to bring this up, but our catering
unique
calls
with
for this episode
the
kinda
framing
spicy.
of each of the special
If you'd like
programs.
to leave a tip, we'd be
Oh
extremely.
my god.
Wait a minute. What's this hot pot got to do with you anyway? Didn't the pink-haired fox prepare it?
Well, I'm a hot pot enthusiast, after all. Where I go, the spice follows. Your illustrious presence is payment enough, dear friends. Dinner's on me.
What a gentleman! Your delicious morality will not be forgotten, good sir.
Let's cut to the chase already.
Yeah.
Why are we here anyway?
It's like this. I assume you all received an invitation from the Seat of Divine Foresight, welcoming you to the Luminary War Dance.
Yep, it's a martial arts ceremony.
Hell yeah.
Competitors battle it out in a flash of swords, all for the title of Sword Champion.
Are we going
As
to
a
be getting
matter of
tournament
fact,
arcs in both
The War
Genshin
Dance is a
and
festival
Star
commemorating
Rail,
the
like, at the
Rainbow
same
Arbiter
time
and
almost?
The Cloud Knight's triumphant resistance against the abominations of abundance. As you know, the Lawfu's ambrosial arbor crisis was only recently resolved.
Yeah.
Now is the time to regroup and raise our spirits, which is why we have chosen this moment to convene the War Dance.
Okay.
It is also for this reason that the title of Sword Champion will not be decided in this ceremony.
It won't? I fear Master Yenqing will be bitterly disappointed.
Fear not, Mr. Jiaoqiu. This war dance isn't only a morale boost. It's also an invitation to allies and friends, a display of peace, and an important duty for the Cloud Knights. That's why Yenqing has taken it upon himself to accompany the Trailblazers for the
Okay.
duration.
Exactly right. In the version 2.4 Trailblaze
Part
Continuance
1.
mission, Finest Duel under the Pristine Blue One, Trailblazers will witness Yenqing's assiduous
Interesting. So is this going to be an
And
ongoing
his new identity.
plot line in
get
the
it.
between
One person?
patches?
Not enough. You need our help, right?
Such a distinguished occasion surely merits the attendance of other esteemed guests.
Of course, this Xianzhou Yaoqing delegation will be led by none other than the Merlin's Claw, General Fei Xiao.
Yeah.
Alongside will be two senior advisors, Jiaoqiu, the Jiaoqiu, as well as Moza.
And as for the Xianzhou Juming, me and Grandpa, General Huaiyan, the famous Flaming Heart, will be representatives.
Be they
Nice.
friends from near or far, we will welcome them with open arms. This promises to be quite the war dance.
I don't want to lower your spirits, but I heard that the Trailblazers' arrival doesn't always coincide with a happy... I mean, wasn't everyone fighting in the trailer?
3 Arbiter Generals
Yeah.
in the same place at the same time? Not a good sign.
That's not all. Rumors are circulating through the Alliance that General Jingyuan's conduct during the Ambrosial Arbor crisis may have violated certain laws of the land.
Oh.
Could it really
Oopsie.
be that?
Oh boy, I knew where we'd get out. It's true that the other 2 generals will arrive on the Luofu with a certain assignment. If you want to know the details, then ready yourself for the upcoming Trailblaze continuance story.
Yeah,
Let us
okay.
refrain from needless anxiety. The Luofu will ensure a spectacular war dance.
Right, geez, let's lighten the mood. I want to talk about my legendary new Swordmaster apprentice. She's been getting a lot of attention. She gets her own intro, right?
March 7th? Of course!
Cool.
With the war dance right around the corner, March couldn't help herself. She set out on her own martial arts journey.
That's
Stay
fun.
tuned. We've got more intel on that coming up on the program. Which reminds me, the war dance ceremony is set to span versions 2.4 and 2.5.
Okay, so it's
the
a
Ambrosial Arbor
1-2
crisis
thing.
might be in the past, but the Trailblazers will continue to be important witnesses to the Xianzhou Luofu's ongoing
I wonder what
story.
they'll do with
The separation has been
0.6,
difficult.
2.6 and
We've missed the
2.7,
Trailblazers
assuming those
dearly.
exist.
Here's hoping the Xianzhou Law Fu can bring everyone new and exciting experiences.
Can't wait!
Ah, the broth is ready. Shall we add any extra seasonings?
Add 'em all! We gotta make the most of the occasion. It's not every day we get to catch up with the Xianzhou pals. Ooh, and speaking of pals, version 2.4 will be introducing a brand new map, the Shackling Prison.
These pals of yours, they're all in prison?
Not all of them, not in the traditional sense. The Shackling Prison is under the Ten Lords Commission Administration. It's where Shui Yi and Hanya work.
The Shackling Prison is where we detain criminals. It's cold
I actually
and
really
forbidding
like the vibe
entrance
of
is
this
located
place.
below the waters of Scale Gorge waterscape.
Huh?
Oh,
That does look creepy.
An individual must first stand
God.
trial
They've
before
got a fucking
being
panopticon.
escorted to their cell. For those guilty of particularly heinous crimes, we reserve special cells of biting cold or searing heat.
I'm just waiting
The
to see like Tai Lung
interrogations
at the
of
bottom of
Blade
this or
and
some shit.
Luoxiao were conducted in just such a place.
Ugh. Doesn't sound like an easy place to spring a prison break.
You can say that again. The Ten Lords Commission keeps a watchful eye, and the routes to the cells are
This place looks
tangled
really
webs
fucking cool,
filled with
actually.
carefully designed mechanisms. Those seeking access must first overcome innumerable tests of fortitude.
It would appear the Shackling Prison is the haunt of wolf-like monsters.
Yeah.
Borison?
That's right. The Borison are ruthless beyond measure, infamous for their inborn moon rage. Upon entering battle, the Borison share stacks of bloodlust. When bloodlust reaches a certain number of stacks, they enter the moon rage state.
I can't believe this is a
Become
fucking
enhanced.
werewolf prison.
Ooh, watch your step, Trailblazers.
What happened to catching up with pals?
That was a quick turnaround.
I'm sure Shui Yi and Hanya would love you to go and express your sympathies. Anyway, with the new map out of the way, it's time we talked about our new friends from the Zhuming and the Yaoqing. Starting with a gifted young girl, Yunli.
I'm loving her expressions. Okay, let's see. I haven't seen what her gameplay looks like, so this is all new to me. Oh my god, that's great. Alright, let's see what she can do. She throws the sword. Oh. Oh my god, big sword gets bigger, hell yeah.
I'm from the Xianzhou Juming.
Okay.
A
Oh,
ship
physical
known for its unrivaled
destruction.
craftsmanship.
Okay.
As
I was
the
expecting her
records
to be
show,
pyro,
some
given all the
60
fire.
Or
Well,
70%
fire.
of all
Genshin
the
brain.
Xianzhou's armory comes from the artisans of the Zhuming. Ever since I was little, I've studied sword mastery and weapons forging with my grandpa. I mean, the Flaming Heart, Huayan. Grandpa's always been nice to me. He loves me, you know?
Miss Yunli is a talented young lady fascinated with swords. She sees renowned swords as treasures. Some say she can even communicate with them directly. To her, swords are more honest than people. She lives by the phrase, swords make acquaintances, fighting makes friends.
Oh?
Huh.
It so happens that on the Law Fu there is an able young man with a similar love of the sword.
God damn it, Jiggy Man.
I have a feeling you two might get along.
You mean Yanqing? He doesn't know the first thing about swords. He collects them like they're going out of fashion, then never uses them. I can hear those blades crying from here.
Oh boy.
Seems like you guys don't share everything in common.
And not to mention, see the giant sword I use? Forged him myself.
What?
Might not
Oh.
be complete, but he's already stronger than anything out there.
Weapons of this caliber usually get their own name. What do you call them?
Not bad, Feathers. Finally,
Feathers.
someone who understands swords. I gave him a unique name for the ages.
Okay, what is
Old Metal.
it? Okay.
It has a ring about it.
I like it too.
Me and Old Metal have a deep connection. Every time I get into a scrap, I ask Old Metal, which one do you want to strike? Old Metal usually says something like, let's start here and end there. To which I reply, oh, all of them? All right.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
Old Metal's adorable manner belies his formidable stature.
Yunli might be young, but she's confident and unafraid to speak her mind. It's time we took a look at her skills on the battlefield.
As a physical type character following the path of destruction,
I love that stance.
gentle persuasion isn't really my style.
God.
When using my skill, I restore my own HP while dealing physical damage to a single target and
God,
adjacent
the sword
enemies.
throw?
What really sets Yunli apart in combat is the way she counters the enemy. When attacked, she immediately launches a counter on the attacker, dealing damage to the target and adjacent enemies.
Bears a grudge and knows friend from foe. She doesn't mess around.
You gotta use
I
the
love her
enemy's
idol.
strength against them. After using my ultimate, I acquire the parry state, which allows me to sustain lower damage and taunt all enemies. In addition, my ordinary counter is upgraded to powerful counter, which
That's the
deals higher
counter.
damage.
You seem well
So what I'm
versed in
hearing
the
is
art of
she's
the
just
counter.
another
One
Clara.
assumes that surprise attacks during exploration aren't a concern for you?
Nope. When using my technique, I obtain a special effect for a set duration. If an enemy launches an attack during that duration, the attack is blocked. And upon entering battle, I launch a powerful counter on a random enemy.
Imagine
Interesting.
you've hardly regained your footing when a girl with a giant blade comes running straight for you. Which reminds me, in version 2.4, Trailblazers will experience the Swords to Plowshares
Finally, another companion mission.
Granddad and granddaughter arrive on the Luofu from the Zhuming, bringing with them a prize much sought after among the war dance competitors. Wait, you brought something else too? Let's see. Let's save that for another time, shall we?
Oh,
Now
okay.
remember, Albert, the prize is for the War Dance champion, not the host.
So if Yunli is also set to compete, and were she to prevail, then wouldn't the prize return home with her to the Zhuming?
Not so fast now. The Luofu has something to say about that. The Zhuming may have brought the prize, but they ain't leaving with it.
Watch us.
Easy now. External heat needs inner cooling, as they say.
Sounds like another difficult challenge for Yang Jing.
Why do you guys sound so right? Let's move on to another new character, shall we?
Yeah.
Hailing from the Yao Jing and soon to be making his appearance, it's military healer Jiaoqiu.
Yeah, okay, let's see what he's got. God, this guy loves Hot Pot. Okay, so he's the kind of guy that just never fucking opens his eyes. God. Okay, it looks pretty cool.
The Yao Qing's illustrious healer. I've heard much about
Fire
you.
abundance.
You're too
okay.
kind, General. My visit to the Luofu is only in aid of keeping a promise.
You owe someone a tasty meal?
Well, taste is secondary to nutrition, Miss Yunli.
But an opportunity for food to work quiet wonders for our biological systems.
Okay.
Isn't that beautiful?
Why bother dividing the pot into 9 sections if you're gonna eat from all of them?
I am a self-confessed chowhound, Miss Yunli. I eat, and then I leave.
Oh, you ain't going anywhere yet, Doctor. Delicacies aside, let's talk some more about that healing of yours.
Yeah, I want to see how this
Before
actually
you came under
works.
General Fei Xiao's command, you were well known in the Xianzhou Yao Qing's Alchemy Commission. You went on to cut your teeth as a military healer with the Cloud Knights on campaigns for the hunt. I heard you decided to retire, only returning to service at the personal request of the Cauldron Master.
Some people prefer work to leisure, I suppose.
Well, I am fortunate enough to be respected for my craft. Some even go so far as to deem me a miracle cure.
As General Fei Xiao's strategist, Jiaoqiu applies his taste for spice to battlefield tactics. Combat is a bubbling broth, with each side occupying one half of Yunyang Hot Pot.
Indeed. Battles are marked by myriad changes, constantly evolving in a dance of yin and yang.
Well said, General.
They say foxes are cunning creatures, Seems like Mr. Jiaoqiu is no exception. I think it's time we took a look at what our delicious doctor can do on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Well, about time. I am a fire-type character on the path of nihility. When using my technique during exploration, I create a special dimension. After entering battle with an enemy within the dimension, I inflict them with fire damage. And there's a possibility of following up with a stack of Ashen Roast debuff.
So,
Okay.
we're cooking the enemy alive?
Ashen
I completely
Roast turns
mistook
up
him.
the
For
heat
some
by
reason,
causing
because they
enemies
were
to
calling him a
sustain
healer, I
greater
thought he was
damage.
Abundance, but whatever.
Any attack that Jiaoqiu lands on an enemy has a chance of inflicting Ashen Roast.
Indeed.
Okay.
Case in point, if I were to use my skill to deal blast damage, there would be a chance of simultaneously inflicting a stack of Ashen Roast on the target.
Okay.
Did you just throw spices into the battlefield?
Sharp eyes, General. After launching my ultimate, the battlefield becomes an enormous yuan-yang hot pot. The enemies are trapped in a searing broth, which inflicts damage on each and every one of them. At the same time, the
That looks
effects of
beautiful.
Ashen Roast are compounded for enemies inflicted with the debuff, in line with the current highest number of stacks. Immediately after, a field appears, which lasts for a set number of turns.
Whew, all
What does the
these
field
hot,
do?
hot visuals are making me hungry again. What does this field do exactly?
Yeah.
Enemies within the field sustain greater ultimate damage. And during their
Oh.
action, there is a chance they will be inflicted by a stack of Ashen
Yeah, no,
Roast.
okay, no wonder
It
they
would follow
fucking...
that if, for
paired him
example,
with
Acheron
Acheron.
were on the team, you would be able to help her acquire ultimate charges more quickly.
Absolutely right.
Nice of you to invite the
Jesus
enemy
Christ,
to dinner
okay, yeah, I might need to
before
pull for
showing
him
them the
just for
door.
how well that
Last meal hell of an
synergizes.
experience. Word
Jesus
of advice?
Christ.
Order out next time, fellas. Well, we've got to know new friends from both the Zhuming and the Yaoqing. Let's turn our gaze to the version 2.4 banner info.
All right.
In version 2.4's first half warp event,
Okay, so
Trailblazers
she's
can
first.
acquire the limited 5-star character Yunli, as well as the limited 5-star character Hua Hua. The limited 5-star light cones, Dance at Sunset, and Night of Fright will be boosted.
A cat is a human's best friend.
You certainly have a cat-like energy to you, Miss Yunli.
Let's move swiftly on to this version's
Okay.
second half warp event, which boosts limited 5-star characters Jiaoqiu and Masked Fool Sparkle.
I don't know
In
if I'll
addition,
be able to
the
get
drop
both
rates
of
for
them,
the limited
but
5-star light cones, those many
I want.
springs, and
I
Earthly
want.
Escapade will be boosted.
Another eye-opening moment for our fox friend.
Moments spent in the cool shade of an old tree should be used for admiring the surrounding scenery.
Couldn't agree more. And I almost forgot. The version 2.4 warp banner will
Ooh.
feature a familiar face on the 4-star light cone. Poised to bloom.
She has the presence of a true swordmaster. Someone's been taking their training seriously.
I wonder if this is gonna
Without
be a
further
like
ado, let's take
permanently
a closer
acknowledged
look
thing
at
that
the
she
fruits of Mark
now
7's
is
journey
capable
as a
of
sword master
being a
apprentice.
sword fighter, or if she's just gonna in the story turn back to bow using. It would be cool if it was a semi-permanent like progression of her character. I like that she's a dual wielder. And that is very silly that she just, like, pulls out boba or whatever. Is that what the
On
wolf
returning
looks
to
like?
the Xianzhou, March 7th is brimming with excitement
Right, she's
for the
imaginary
upcoming war
now.
dance, and decides to learn swordplay from Masters Yunli and Yanqing.
I still vividly remember instructing Yang Qing in the way of the sword. Now he's already passing on his knowledge to others. How time flies.
March 7th might be a rookie, but she's also a natural. Her master taught her the best in Zhuming swordplay. So, naturally, she's made quick progress.
Yan Qing is also March 7th's master. To deprive an inquiring mind of tuition is not in his nature.
Right you are, General.
I heard that March 7th was a bow and arrow user. Brave of her to take up the sword, and no doubt a challenge for her masters.
I'll say. Not to mention, Yunli and Yanqing's swordplay isn't exactly similar.
Yeah.
Will March 7th end up with a weird mix of styles?
You're overthinking.
I would
things.
absolutely love
You're
if she
dedicated to the sword.
dual-wielded big
Just
swords,
need to
but
swing it.
Ah, follow the sword and victory will follow. Well, we've done a lot of talking. Time to see March 7th swordplay in action.
March 7th, the Hunt's basic attack deals imaginary damage.
yeah.
When using her skill, March 7th selects a teammate as master and presents them with a special beverage to increase their speed.
Oh, okay. Speed
Good
buffing.
apprentice.
As a promising young student, March 7th has a keen understanding of her master's style. When her master launches an attack or ultimate, March 7th acquires charges. When
Okay.
charges reach a set number of stacks, she immediately takes action again and obtains an enhanced
Oh.
basic attack. Her enhanced
Okay.
basic attack deals set hits of damage to a target enemy, with a chance of dealing further hits.
Huh.
Just a chance?
She's a rookie, remember? Her moves might be a little rusty, but they can surprise you all the same. Depending on her master's path,
Interesting.
her specific attacks possess additional effects.
Oh.
That's right. For
That's
example,
cool.
masters on the paths of destruction, erudition, or the hunt can cause specific attacks to deal additional damage.
Nice.
And masters on the paths of nihility, harmony, preservation, or abundance can raise the toughness reduction of specific attacks.
Putting
Huh.
learning into practice.
Okay.
Where do I find an apprentice?
After using her ultimate, March 7th can deal damage to a target enemy while improving her next enhanced basic attack.
And for those who were wondering what having March as an apprentice is like, there you have it.
March 7th is humble and learns from all her allies. During exploration, for every time a teammate uses their technique, March 7th acquires a charge at the start of the next
Oh.
battle. When using her own technique, she regenerates energy at the start of the next battle.
It must be a great privilege to have an apprentice with such powers of perception.
Well, get this. Completing specific tasks in the version 2.4's Trailblaze Continuance will unlock March 7th the Hunt. Once unlocked, a path switching option will appear
That's
in the character
cool.
interface for this.
I actually really
my
love
apprentice.
that
She certainly
more
does
than
have
just the
the aura
Trailblazer
of
are
a heroine.
getting multiple versions.
I think we could all use a lot of
Like,
help.
obviously, Dunhung got a 5-star
More exciting
version, but,
updates after the break.
you know. Yeah, no, that's interesting. I don't know in practice how good it'll be,
Welcome back,
but I'm curious to
Trailblazers.
see
It's time
what
we
it
took a
plays
look.
like.
Version 2.4 is all new events. As the war dance approaches, guests and visitors from all corners are converging on the Luofu. But not all are harboring noble intentions. I'm sure all you remember a certain IPC representative by the name of Scott.
Oh, the Alliance is very familiar with the conduct and deeds of the IPC.
Hardly surprising. Well, Scott is out to demonstrate that Xianzhou swordplay is no match for IPC tech. Ooh, not only does he have a mech-related provocation in store, but also wants to assert his authority through battle.
For real? I think me and Old Metal owe this guy a beating. Or 10.
Hold your horses, Miss Yunli. As a matter of fact, your apprentice got a little impulsive
Oh boy.
and took up the challenge. She's due to face off against her opponent in just 15 days' time.
A familiar turn of events. Are we able to assist Miss March in this endeavor?
Of course! To help March defeat this IPC rotten egg, Trailblazers will take up the position of personal trainer.
Okay.
The goal? Develop a 15-day crash course in swordplay.
15 days? Crash course? Mr. Albert, have you
Oh,
heard the
that's fun
proverb,
looking.
haste makes waste?
Have you heard the proverb when needs must? Between me and Yan Qing, we've got the sword skills to provide the best crash course in town. Still, balance training also requires
Oh, this looks
rest,
actually great. I love this.
relaxation, and fun.
The fabled work-life balance. Sounds like you've got it figured out, Miss Yunli. Results or your money back.
I have a feeling Miss March will have some fortuitous encounters and crucial assistance along the way.
Oh, I might just have to offer a helping hand myself.
The encounters and sword training experiences that March accumulates will dictate the nature of the story's conclusion.
Oh.
The end result will always be a solo confrontation with Scott. Though, the nature of the showdown will also vary accordingly.
Following the ending, Trailblazers can acquire Stellar Jade and March 7th, the Hunt's Eidolon!
Hell
With
yeah.
the combined assistance of her friends, surely Miss March will prevail over Scott.
Absolutely?
As long as a swordmaster is worthy of the sword in their hand, they have nothing to worry about.
Wise words indeed, Miss Yunli.
Oh.
Let's move
boy,
on
another
to
trash can
another
event.
After leaving Penacony, I'm sure Trailblazers will remember with fondness their unpredictable old friends, the trash cans.
It would seem these old friends have appeared on the Xianzhou.
We'll never escape them.
And a medical intern from Penacony is on the lookout for an assistant. Their goal? To complete a series of shoots to uncover the secrets of the Marastruck.
Wait, what?
Aww.
They're doing a trash can shoot?
You better believe it. The intern in question is Randolph. And just like the Trailblazers, they're a trash can enthusiast.
Oh,
If you spend
boy.
enough time in the cosmos, there's nobody you won't encounter. Trash can enthusiasts? Comes with the territory.
During the event,
Oh, is
Trailblazers must use the photography software.
We're just playing
provided by
Pokemon
Randolph
Snap,
to
but with
take
trash cans.
pictures of trash cans hidden among the crowds.
Different trash cans mean different points, with some trash cans even adopting special movements.
Yo.
Do your best to get them all on film to maximize your points and complete the stage objectives.
And a friendly reminder, trash
Oh,
cans
this is gonna
may
be
appear
such a silly
unexpectedly and without warning. Trailblazers wishing to catch them all will need their wits about them.
Now, this event isn't confined to the Xianzhou.
Oh my
Your
god.
old friends have also appeared in Belobog. Rumor has it that Belobog inhabitants have recently been attacked by a shadow of unknown origin. To resolve this case, our trash can friends need the strength of Trailblazers and Belobogians alike.
And that's
This is so
the
silly.
End of the trash can related content for this version. Right?
Don't speak too soon.
What?
In the Trailblaze Friendship is Magic event,
Oh my god.
Trailblazers need to use specific characters to play the role of magician and summon a special trash can comrade, Letter Pony, to fight alongside them.
A trash can summoning magician. Does this sorcerer have any other notable abilities?
Of course! The magician's skill and ultimate will acquire all new combat
Oh.
effects with the power to command mini-cans during battle.
What the
The
fuck?
mini-cans attack and talent
Yo, are we
abilities
getting
will
more
depend
wanted
on which
posters?
character was used to summon them, adding further layers to the combat experience. For example, the skills of certain magicians summon mini-cans onto the battlefield up to a maximum of 5.
What the
The more
fuck?
mini-cans on the battlefield, the higher the attack and the more energy regenerated for the magician.
Oh, this is so
Classic
fucking silly.
trash warfare.
Well, get this. Some mini-cans can even enter an ultra gold state and receive extra buffs. And we've only scratched the surface. Trailblazers who wish to test the limits of magical trash can strength can do so in-game.
Ooh.
The event will launch a new challenge stage daily, with 5 stages total, and each stage split into 2 difficulties. After completing
I can't
the
believe how
initiation trial
excited
challenge,
Albert
Trailblazers
is
can
for
unlock the
this.
official trial difficulty for an even harder test.
See you on the battlefield, friends.
Oh, they've gone off the deep
I need
end.
another breather. Don't go anywhere, Trailblazers. More exciting updates after the following broadcast.
Oh my god.
Welcome back, y'all.
Oh, good to see
As
Gift of Odyssey
always,
still.
In version 2.4, we'll be seeing the return of 10 free warps in the Gift of Odyssey check-in event.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Some
It's to be expected
comforts
at this
are
point, but it's
here to
always good to
stay.
have it
And
confirmed.
of course, there's also the double events. Planar Fisher and Garden of Plenty.
Remember to complete the simulated universe or divergent universe for double planar ornaments.
Mm-hmm. And we haven't even got to this version's system optimizations yet.
Ooh.
Starting with the relic system. When using the filter function to screen relics already in your possession, filter choices can be saved for a faster selection process.
Oh, that's nice.
Meanwhile, in the relic inventory, Trailblazers will find new quick lock and quick discard functions.
Okay.
When choosing relics for a character, relics will be sorted according to the character's relic set prioritization, with the most suitable relics appearing first.
Oh, that's so
There's
nice.
also a new feature for relic substat recommendations.
Oh, that's so
By using the
convenient.
recommended relics feature, not only can Trailblazers view a character's most frequently used relic set, but also the recommended
I don't know how good it's going to be,
main
but
and
it's going to be
subsidiary
better than
stats.
nothing.
And finally, when checking Simulated Universe Interface and Cavern of Corrosion in the Interastral Peace Guide, Trailblazers can see recommended characters for the relics in
Wow.
question.
How considerate.
Star Rail stays
Now,
winning.
To allow Trailblazers to come into faster contact with new versions, captivating events, and time-limited rewards, 2.4 has added an advanced access feature for both Trailblaze Continuance and events.
Nice.
So if a
Very
Trailblazer
nice.
doesn't meet the prerequisite conditions for a given event, they can still experience the new version's events and missions?
You got it. Trailblazers who've reached level 21 will see a Play Now icon appear on the event page for events with advanced access eligibility.
Cool.
Just select the icon to join the experience.
Now that's an optimization. Ready and waiting.
Ooh.
In the mission catalog, missions with early access will feature a special icon.
Okay.
Maps yet to be unlocked will get temporary map teleportation access, while also featuring a special icon. Trailblazers can freely switch between the displays for the normal map and the temporary maps unlocked as a result of advanced access event activation.
And what if Trailblazers achieve the normal event activation requirements during the course of early access?
Good question. In that case, the event will terminate the advanced activation state and the temporary map channel will close.
Okay.
However, game data will be retained and Trailblazers can continue participating in gameplay as normal through the event screen.
Which is when I get my hands on the limited time event rewards.
In other news, in the not-too-distant future, a new episode of Knowing the Universe will be upon us.
Okay.
We've invited celebrated novelist Yoshiki Tanaka to be with us on the program. Together, we'll be exploring thoughts and imaginings on the subject of the boundless universe. A huge thank you to Mr. Tanaka for his participation. Man, I can't wait to see that episode. And finally, intel on a mysterious collaboration destined for launch in 2025.
What? Where is this coming from?
For impact!
For more info, stay tuned for official announcements, Trailblazers.
Okay.
Whew.
Cool.
That brings us to the end of
Great.
the version 2.4 special program.
Okay.
Returning to the Xianzhou, getting to know new Xianzhou friends. You guys sure know how to get an old owl excited.
Will March be able to perfect her sword play?
3 Xianzhou generals in the same place at the same time. Who knows what kind of stories will unfold?
Let us all bear witness to the future of the Xianzhou Luofu.
See you in the next one, Trailblazers.
Till next time.
See you next
then.
time.
All right. That's that. Wow. All right. Just gotta go to some key things here. Looking through the trailer a little bit, I'm very interested in what the plot's gonna end up looking like. Because very clearly, it's going to have to do with the prison, and there's clearly some big bad that is coming out, and this is what I want to talk about first and foremost. So, as much as I want to say that they're going to finally be killing off some characters again, she isn't real. she can have a new body, as far as I know, so, I mean, this isn't a character death we're being shown here. It's some bad shit going on, obviously, but presumably she isn't just outright dying. And if she does, well, alright, cool. They're finally committing to killing some characters. But either way, clearly they're getting some serious shit here. I'm very curious to see what the lore on this antagonist figure is. I don't know. There's only so much we can figure out. And then, I mean, I need to see more of her. I need to. Other than that, I really like the new area, how it looks. And unless I'm missing something, Yunli's kit seems very, very similar to Clara's in a lot of ways. I need to compare them to see, like, exactly how similar they are, but they seem fairly similar, being both destruction physical characters that are both based off of counterattacking and taunting and that kind of thing. But even if they are practically identical, I will be pulling for her because Big Sword is so good. I like Big Sword. Something just aesthetically for me is using an unreasonably big sword and letting just the momentum of swings carry you is one of my favorite aesthetics ever. So, I mean, I just sort of, for that reason, have to pull for her. Also, I just like the vibe of little person wielding big sword. That also is just a fun dichotomy. So, you know, there's that. And then I love her idle animation, as I've said. I'm definitely gonna try to pull for her. And then him. I wasn't originally planning on pulling for this guy. I didn't really know much about him. But just the sheer synergy with Acheron might be enough for me to have to pull for him. Yeah, I think it's necessary. He just does too much for Acheron. It's just too good. I mentioned it before, but I am actually very excited about Hunt March 7th, because regardless of how good it is, I really, really like that they are giving March 7th the same treatment they are the Trailblazer, in the sense she is a core member of the cast. In many ways, she is the, like, secondary protagonist, the deuteragonist of the entire story. Because, I mean, she's been part of every arc, even if her part in Penacony was relatively minimal. It's just very cool to see them, like, actually giving her additional forms as well. It makes me curious to see if they'll ever give her more forms, if by the end of the game we'll have, like, 7 Trailblaze forms and 7 March 7th forms, and maybe a few more forms for the other members of the Express. I would absolutely love another 5-star Welt. That would be great. I would love another Welt or Himiko, even a Donghong, though I don't think that's at all guaranteed, because March 7th definitely is closer in, like, plot relevance to the Trailblazer in a lot of ways. But with this, I think it's possible. Between this and Donghong, I think it's possible for us to get other characters from the Express as well, having additional versions, which I am so hyped for. I would love Welt to have, like, a form where he's, like, getting serious and just going all out with his abilities or some shit. I don't fucking know what it would be, but still. And then the events seem cool. I don't have too much to say about them other than the fact of what the fuck is with all the trash cans. I love trash cans as much as the next guy, but dear God. And other than that, I don't really have too much more to say, other than where the fuck did this come from? I mean, I'm excited for it. I'm hyped. But what? I'm very curious to see what characters they bring over. Given the fact that it specifically says Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, I would expect that we're not getting any, like, Fate Zero characters or Fate Go or anything like that. It probably is going to just be from the original cast. At which point, I mean, there's some obvious characters that would probably be, but, you know. I'm curious to also just see how many characters we get, because if this is anything like Genshin, we'll just get one character, at which point I don't know who they'd necessarily pick. But if it's more than one, I could also see that, because if I recall correctly, the crossover event with Evangelion for Impact 3rd had more than one character. I wasn't around for when that happened, I wasn't playing at the time, so I don't know the details of what that was. But if it goes more in line with that, I could see us getting more characters than just one. But either way, I am a lot more excited about 2.4 now than I was before. I was interested in all of the new characters and going back to the Xianzhou, but given that Xianzhou is sort of the weakest part of the story so far, I wasn't really as hyped as I might have been. But this gets me excited. From what we've been shown here, I am very interested to see how it goes. I'm very intrigued by the fact that it's a 2-parter thing. It's just all very cool, and I'm very interested in seeing how it goes. So with that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to like and subscribe if you did. Leave a comment on your thoughts on the update. And I hope you all have a great day. Goodbye.